I heard about the boobies before I heard about the porn.
This is the stupidest conversation I've ever been a part of.
But you know what, though?
And it's literally federal employees.
It is the stupidest conversation but we're living in the most,
I know.
in like stupid times.
It's the perfect time to start a political podcast. We should do that.
We should.
It's such a good idea. Welcome to Brief Recess. I'm Michael Foote.
I'm Mélissa Malebranche.
Today we're going to be talking about my AirBnB nightmare, eating Tide Pods, our AI fruit saga, the 25th Amendment, Krisiti Noem and her husband, Pam Bondi, a deep dive into the trial in Hawaii right now, and I'm going to answer all your questions from the DMs, so stick around. I do feel like Phoebe Buffet when I just have like 14 totes. It's very like Elsbeth Tassioni to kind of like come in.
That show, Elsbeth?
Do you watch that?
Okay. Yes and no. Andre likes it. So if he's watching it and we happen to
Andre likes Elsbeth?
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually really funny.
Is it? And usually when he's watching it, I'm doing something else, but like I'm tuned in and I'm always asking him why she has so many fucking bags.
I do feel like her some days when I'm walking into court with like 14 totes in my backpack, my bike helmet.
It's like, but what's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in your bag?
What's going on?
Let's get into a sidebar. Let's get into a little personal story of what's going on this week.
How are you?
So we've got this place we Airbnb upstate. I was just telling Mélissa.
I'm fine, Michael. Thanks.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Fuck off. Tell me your stupid story. Go ahead.
I really wanted to tell you before
No.
I forgot. So this woman stayed at my Airbnb and there's like a little pond out back. Now it's like a natural pond.
Okay. I was going to ask if it was man-made or not, but go ahead.
All I got was a message that the pond, her dog drank the water in the pond.
Okay.
And she was very upset because her dog is now sick.
That sounds like a her problem.
And I'm like, okay, I didn't.
I don't even.
And she's mad at me.
Sure.
It's popping off.
Because of her dumb dog. Because of her dumb dog?
And I did feel very bad because I have a dog too. But I didn't like label it dog bowl. Like it's a pond.
I just don't understand. I'm curious though. What is the expectation? Like
she was upset that we weren't having the pond filtered.
Oh, you know what?
It was truly.
I'm so tired of people. I'm not even kidding. Like I'm just tired of people.
Yeah.
This is why I stay inside. This is why I stay inside because people are, and I'm sure there's somebody listening who's going to be like, you're insufferable. Fine. I am. That's why I stay inside. I am tired of people.
Yeah. So she was very upset.
Oh, okay. And now what? Is she going to send you the vet bill? Like what?
I was like, I'm really sorry.
Question mark?
It's like a natural like landscape. Like I don't really maintain the grounds. It's a house upstate.
Okay, wait. So let me ask you this. You responded to her and you said that you were sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've got a dog as well. I would hate for any pet to be sick. Truly, like that was the honest truth.
And so then what?
Then I was like, let me know if there's anything I can do. Definitely keep your dog on a leash this is like natural. And so like I'm trying to be like a nice.
I feel like let me say what you did wrong. You opened the door
for her to be like, here's what you could do.
Here's what you can do.
Here's my fucking vet bill.
Right.
Well, I was like, is everything okay? Like, I honestly was like, is everything okay? Do you need me to do anything? Like, why are you kind of telling me?
Like, what would she need you to do?
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm more annoyed about this than you are right now. I just don't understand.
No, I feel like now you're mad at me because I didn't tell her to go fuck herself.
Well, I really want to know. So she reaches out to you and she tells you that the pond.
Yeah.
Her dog drank the water because she's a dog.
She let her dog off the leash.
Right.
It's right into the pond.
Okay.
And then it drank the water, got sick.
And now the dog is sick.
And she's upset with me.
Okay.
I think what I said, because I'm always like a silver lining person, I said, I'm happy to update the check-in instructions for any future guests. Remind them not to let their pet drink the pond water. And that is something I'm willing to do.
This feels a lot like Do you remember this?
People can say crazy shit. I just like kind of have to.
But do you remember when they needed to have warnings out to tell people not to eat the Tide Pods?
Yeah. The Tide Pods in my neighborhood are still under lock and key at the CVS.
That's because of theft.
That's because people were gobbling them up.
No, it's not.
People were doing mukbangs.
No, I understand. That was a different thing. But have you noticed that at the CVS, everything is locked up? The soap, the deodorant.
Because we're eating it. Everyone's eating that shit. No one's
eating the secret.
No, the kids, the youths. The kids.
The youths.
The youths are going in and gobbling the Dove soap. That's what's happening.
I don't think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is.
It's because people.
It's like you say, we've run out of shit to do, so people are snorting Dove soap. They're chopping it up.
The ice cream is locked up.
Well,
everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all locked up. Anything that has
snorting it. They're misusing
They're melting it down and they're injecting it directly into their veins. Once upon a time, I probably would have done that.
Kids and queens in the 90s shooting up ice cream.
Grown adult women living in Flatbush. I don't know.
That was your old neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that restaurant, the Yummy Taco?
Yes, I do, actually.
Okay, my best friend in college lived above the Yummy Taco.
What was that like?
She was a lesbian. And she took great pride in living above the Yummy Taco. Because it's like a lesbian sex innuendo.
Oh.
Get it?
I got it.
Yeah,
okay.
All jokes that you have to explain are usually much better.
Well, I was just like, I was more thinking about what her apartment smelled like because of...
it's like 4 or 5 stories above. It's now the Donut Plant on Flatbush for people who are new to New York.
Oh, okay.
It's now the Donut Plant.
Yeah.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be one across my gym. I switched gyms because I kept going.
Anyway, I'm not going to say where it is, but there's one that I can like on my commute home and I avoid it at all costs.
The Donut Plant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's one of these donut places that has lasted the test, withstood the test of time. It's been 15, 20 years.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah. Because I switched that gym in 2010.
You switched it in because, I mean, that's wise. Listen,
I was like, I can't keep.
No, you can't keep going.
You
know who makes a really good donut? Peter Pan. It's in Brooklyn. I think it's called Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
It's so good.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yum.
I got to go to Brooklyn because there's a thrift store owner who wants me to come check out the clothes there.
I am a thrifting addict and nobody has ever reached out to me.
You know what? No, because I sold my ass to the internet a long time ago.
You did.
And it's years of arduous posting. And finally, there is something of getting vapes, of getting those resin things in the mail, the vaping technology.
Right. Yeah.
For people who just want to get high in new and exciting ways. Finally, something I really, really want has slid into the DMs.
Going?
I'll text you. I'll let you know.
Maybe I might want to go.
Come,
I know. Well, so I texted Michael this weekend and my text to him was sigh. And Michael wrote back and was like, what? And I was like, I just came back.
Either sigh or yo.
Well, yo is when I have a problem. Yeah. Sigh is when I'm just depressed about something that I've done. And I said, I just came back from an estate sale. I've been there for 2 hours.
Closing down the estate sale.
Closing down the estate sale. And I bought a full set of china.
Mélissa.
I know.
Are you serving that many people?
Yes, actually.
Well, I guess you did host a big Easter.
I hosted Easter.
12 people.
12 people.
Did you use it?
Hell
you used it on Easter. You bought it and used it right away.
I bought it and used it right away. And I also, because I made a poached salmon, I also bought this giant fish plate.
Did you poach like a really big salmon you poached?
Yeah.
Wow, I love salmon.
You were in Long Island.
I wasn't in my I was on Long Island. I was. Let's get into your algorithm is showing because you told me about your AI fruit. I got to tell you about what the insane things that's on my feed.
Now it's different. Now it's not just fruit anymore. I saw
it's not fruit.
It's fruit, but now it's also sporting equipment. So like a basketball and a football have a thing.
Wait, okay. So I sent it to you because after you told me about the fruit, I started getting jewels having sex?
Yes.
Diamonds and rubies and
there was
emeralds.
like a random emerald having an affair.
Gyrating with a rock.
With a rock, yes.
So a diamond and a rock were married. And the emerald showed up looking like a hot slut at the diamond's house and was like, I'm sorry, I'm fucking your husband, Mr. Rock.
Yes.
And went inside. And then because it's AI, they're sort of like messed up and weird.
It's like very glitchy.
And the emerald is like gyrating in the background while the diamond and the rock are breaking up, just like in a really weird, like uncanny valley kind of way. like the emeralds in the background, like, it was very weapons, like the kids and weapons.
Did you ever notice also when they open doors, the doors open the wrong way, or they're just getting in on top of the car?
They're like driving away and they're climbing under the car to get in. It's really
weird.
Strange.
It's super weird.
Yeah, but on my feed, so this is not AI. These are paid actors.
Oh,
but it's like a full TV show just on TikTok where you watch 2-minute clips and then you scroll to the next one and it's just on TikTok. It's not promoting it on a TV network or something, and it's called Wrestling with Love.
Oh.
And it's like the wrestling heated rivalry.
Yeah, I was going to say it's heated rivalry.
So good.
Is it really?
It's got this like cult following now. It's blown up on my feed all weekend. Every other video I swipe is these two guys going to town on each other, wrestling on the wrestling mats, star-crossed lovers, enemies to lovers. The dad is the coach and he doesn't approve. This is a
series for TikTok.
It's a mini series for TikTok.
Have you ever seen also on TikTok? They're Asian like soap operas, right? And they're always dubbed. So, and there's like one thing after another, and it's somebody with some terrible calamity, and then they're like, "Get out, you whore!" And like they kick the person.
Wait,
and then,
is this like the Bollywood? Or is it more like a Korean soap opera?
More like a Korean soap opera. Yeah. But and the dubbing is always really weird because the lips don't match. So it's probably in Korean.
It's
and
like,
then there's like this weird,
you whore.
And the thing is, it's like always this very extreme thing. It's the same thing with like the AI fruit videos, right? It's like, we're going to throw you in the garbage and like, and
we're going to bury you at the dumps.
Yeah. We're just going to like, throw you out and like, and kick you. And it's
there's not a lot of nuance in a 30-second video.
And it's always something like, oh, you think you'd be with somebody like me, you dirty whore.
My heart.
Like this
and then there's
dastardly laugh.
A cliffhanger for the next episode.
And now I find myself like waiting for the next one. I'm like, well, what's going to happen?
There is this woman who is, I actually want to be really sympathetic here for a minute.
Okay.
Because we were talking about a strange addiction last week.
Oh, yeah.
There is a woman, and I'm following her on her journey
to better health?
Withdrawal
okay.
from Diet Coke.
Oh, is this the woman who was drinking like 15 Diet Cokes a day?
8 64-ounce.
And she was going to like the 7-Eleven or something and I've seen her once or twice.
I am following along.
How's she doing?
I am riveted. She's on week 4.
Okay.
And she's doing okay. She is acutely aware of how much this is like a very dangerous addiction to consume that much Diet Coke, that much caffeine.
Yeah.
Also expensive.
Right. And like, yes.
She counted it all up. It's over $600 a month for her to drink all that.
CJ's like, man. Wow.
I mean, that is almost half a tank of gas in America right now.
Almost.
So she's very self-deprecating, which I love because she's not like, I don't get it. Why? Why is everyone freaking out? No, she's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I should be freaking out.
Right.
And I am. And I love it because it's like this kind of cool situation where she's having the internet hold her accountable.
Okay.
So she's being really honest with what's happening.
Okay.
And she's posting all the time. And she's breaking down the math of how many she's drinking, when she's feeling like a craving. And we're all there for her. We're all like, I'm there for her. Like, we got this. I'm like, you DM me when you're craving a DC, girl. And I got you.
I hate Diet Coke.
I do too. You couldn't pay me to drink them. But if you wanted to, we're available for sponsorships.
We're cheap. We're easy. Yeah, I do not care for Diet Coke. I don't like diet soda.
What's on your feed? You got the emeralds, you got the ruby.
Yeah. You know what? Nothing special, nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it was. So, let me ask you this. For whatever reason, this weekend, it felt like a lot of people thought that the president was like unwell and dying.
Yes, there has been a rumor that the president was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It is not true.
Okay.
And I looked into it. No one can figure out where it came from.
Right.
There was a rumor. It kind of started percolating up, and now no one really knows where it started. Mm-hmm. It's definitely been debunked. He's not like
right.
He was
No,
at the
I saw that he was. I
Yeah.
saw that he was
Yeah.
not in the hospital. But it was this whole thing about there was like he was like secretly taken to Walter Reed, and like people were
I
very
saw that too.
worried and
Yeah.
whatever else. And what I think is really interesting is like all the people who are like fingers crossed, sending blood clots and prayers and things like that.
the Etsy witches.
And I wonder what actually would change if something happened to him, because there's a part of me that I will tell you that I actually hope that nothing happens to him for a few reasons. A, I don't believe that the people who love this man, and there are people who love him, would actually believe that a 79-year-old man who only drinks Diet Coke and doesn't exercise and eats like shit would actually just die. Now, Donald Trump, my father, and Bill Clinton are all the same age, right?
Oh my God, he's 79. Sorry, just like hearing it.
Yeah. So, I mean, my dad died. So there's no reason to believe that somebody who's that age, who's not in good health, because he's not in good health.
It's like immortal.
He's not in good health, right? That this person could not just die of natural causes.
Sure.
And I just know that the people who love him would be like, Joe Biden did it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like somebody did it. He didn't just die. Somebody took him out. It's like the lefties did it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I am
Rachel Maddow,
right? And
with a Glock.
And I am genuinely afraid of what his death in office would mean. I just think it would cause a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think it would cause a lot of chaos. I'm genuinely concerned that there would be like violence. Do you know what I mean?
They're already so delulu.
Correct.
Like, yes. And then I think a lot of people would be partying and celebrating.
Yes.
And then there would be like incels showing up with AK-47s.
Correct.
And I do think that would probably happen.
And
like there would be some sort of mass movement that then people would jump into, and then there would be violence.
I'm like really concerned about that,
and
actually.
then we've got unstable government.
Mm-hmm.
So who's in charge? Who's calling the National Guard if needed?
And I know that, of course, if things were to follow the protocol, J.D. Vance would become president.
But that guy killed the Pope. Like, the Pope immediately, he shook his hand. That guy dropped fucking dead. J.D. Vance stands for just killed the Pope. You seen that tweet? That's not my joke. That was a tweet. Just killed the Pope is what J.D. Vance stands for.
Yeah. So I just think I'm concerned about the chaos that would ensue.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I would.
Not because I've got any soft and pink feelings.
Because I saw a tweet while everyone was talking about him being at Walter Reed erroneously. This discourse online started about, do you call me anyone if it happens?
Yes.
Or do you wait until the next morning? It was like, nominate yourself. Do you want to be woken up, or do you want to sleep through the night and be woken up the next day? For me, I'm like, it depends how late it is.
Well,
if it's 5 a.m.
Wait.
I think wait a couple. Let me finish that REM cycle.
Okay.
But if it's 2 a.m. and I can still turn the party, call me.
My initial gut reaction is call me.
Yeah.
Right? But then I'm like, why? You know what I mean? There's so whatever. Not that there'd be nothing I could do regardless, right?
Yeah.
I will find out everything I need to know when I wake up, especially as somebody, and this is such a bad habit, but as somebody who wakes up and I look at my phone immediately, right?
Yes.
I would know right away. Odds are, I will say though, odds are if it happens in the middle of the night,
you're not going to know.
Well, no, I wake up a lot now.
So you'll kind of...
I think I'll know, and then I'll like poke Andre.
I guess I don't want to miss... I don't want to miss like the moments, like the immediacy of it, right? Like I think I do want to amend my statement to say, wake me up. I just want to like be awake for it. It's like history kind of.
But it doesn't, I think it's still history.
Like when we started the war with Iran, it was like 3 a.m. I was still awake. And I was
but would you have wanted to be woken up?
No. Because there's no reason for us to be in that fucking, it's not like an actual, it's like the war is.
I mean, I feel like
just
learning about it in the morning was enough.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
And I feel like the same thing if the president dies. Like I don't need to be woken up. I think the more I think about it, the more I feel
Don't you think there's going to be like a block party outside your house though?
Probably. And I'll say this too. I usually am not somebody who prays for the death of someone else. Mm. And mostly not because I'm above it, right? But because karmically speaking, I'm worried about myself, right? Like
I thought you were going to say because you don't pray at all.
Don't tell Magali.
Karmically, but you're worried about, yeah.
But I don't sort of. I feel like it sounds so cheesy, right? But I feel like it throws out negative energy out there.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't want that on me. Not because I would be broken up if he died, because I wouldn't be.
I'm curious why you think you're not throwing out any other negative energy.
Well, I think I do, right? So let me not put this on top of it, right? I like that's what it is.
Whenever I want to be messy, I'm calling you
for sure, because I'm going to encourage it.
Yeah, you're going to be like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I got into like kind of a slap fight over email with DHS this week. I wanted to call you.
Oh, that you could call me for.
Because I was like, you got the wrong girl. Like, I am not the person. I'm friends with drag queens. You don't want to do this. You're like a nice 25-year-old lawyer for DHS. You don't want to start. Like, you picked the wrong one.
Sometimes they do, though. Sometimes the wrong one is picked.
You want to be passive aggressive over email, like, this is going to be a masterclass. Sure. This is my masterclass.
Yeah.
Get ready. A
while back, I got into like a stupid email thing back and forth with somebody. And what I was like, you are going to make me per my last email you at 4:55 on a fucking Friday. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to per my last email you. And I'm going to wait for you to get that in your inbox on Monday morning.
That's right.
Per my last email.
Every time I email with ICE or DHS, it's evidence that I submit to the judge. I print that shit out and I upload it into the record and I say, Your Honor, per Exhibit D, my email exchange with DHS on this date evidences
about XYZ.
All of this. I love catching them. This is the first time anyone's ever done that to them.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the last.
No, it won't be. No, I mean, especially now that they are being encouraged to do all this.
Oh, sure.
Right. So they're going to make mistakes, huge mistakes. And hopefully whoever the person that sort of benefited from that mistake is going to have a good lawyer on their side to be like, actually, here are all the reasons that you fucked up.
Well, because for every 100 mistakes they make, there's really only a couple lawyers who use that to benefit the client. Everyone else does get deported, right? Yeah. Like everyone else doesn't have someone there like fixing it or using it, weaponizing it against them, right? But I think the reason why everyone was talking about Walter White Medical Center? No, that's from
Reed.
Walter Reed. I'm sorry.
Walter
is
White
that from
is
30
Bad.
Rock? Breaking Bad. That's
Did you watch that show?
I watched all of it.
You did?
Yeah.
So
it's like the straightest thing about me. There's like not a single gay character.
There isn't?
No.
Okay.
And it's like very much for, I think a lot of straight guys like that show.
My brother loved that show.
There you go.
I went to Albuquerque.
Sleep with me.
No, he won't.
And I keep asking.
Even though you helped pick his wife's wedding dress.
Yeah, but she doesn't know there was 10 years before that of me asking if I could be set up with him.
With Joey.
I'm trying to get a seat at that Easter.
I went to Albuquerque for work once.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
I called you.
And I had no idea that Breaking Bad took place in Albuquerque. I didn't know. And on every corner,
the meth here is so different.
On every corner, there's like a statue of like Walter White. I took a selfie with myself. I was like, and my brother's like, "Oh my God, go X, go here, go there," and I was just like, "It's this dry ass desert town."
I love that they're like, we are the home of the most famous meth show.
I was like,
that is like
and
so
Albuquerque,
great.
and I mean, and there were parts of it that were actually really really beautiful. But I felt like Albuquerque reminded me of one of these places that is on the comeback of something really dire.
Like something happened.
Yeah.
Like the Dust Bowl.
Yes.
And they're like, it just happened last week. We're so sorry.
Yeah, we're just trying to come back.
Please bear with us.
Yes.
No,
there was a lot of that there.
Okay.
But the Mexican food was really good.
But we're not sure what that calamity was.
I mean, I think it was the opioid epidemic.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like an actual natural disaster.
No, it wasn't a natural disaster. It was definitely man-made.
I think for me, I'm like, I really want to go check it out.
Albuquerque?
Yeah. Or New Mexico, like Albuquerque, Santa Fe, like that is a place.
Santa Fe is really nice.
It's one of the few domestic places I'm interested in going because I feel like the climate would really suit me.
Really?
Dry. I like heat, but I like a dry heat.
Okay.
I love like a chilly sweater evening by a fire.
Okay.
I think that could work for me.
Sure.
And I also feel like they've got a good spa game. Like I feel like they do have like good spas in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe
is where I should head. That's where I should go.
Or go to Arizona, go to Sedona.
I don't want to go to Arizona.
Oh. I have a really good friend of mine. Shout out to Leslie, who lives in Arizona, is dying to get me to come see her.
Really? All right, road trip.
I know. Well, no road trips. That's too far for me.
But I was saying the Walter White Medical Center is because
Walter Reed.
Because everyone was talking about the 25th Amendment, which is when we take the president out of office because they're either crazy or sick or undergoing surgery.
Right.
So they use the 25th Amendment when a president is going under the knife.
Right.
George W. Bush did it a couple times because he had procedures.
Right. So did Biden.
Yes.
Kamala Harris was
and
one time.
And we were thinking about when JFK got shot. And he was in surgery. They were like, we might do it, but then he died.
Right.
And so it just they never invoked it. But they're talking about doing it because President Trump is acting so crazy lately. So the 25th Amendment is really trending right now.
Okay.
And I have theories about why lately. But it's trending so much now. So I think people probably thought he was in some sort of procedure at the medical center. And maybe that's why the rumor started. But
maybe.
Like there is the reason why that rumor started. If you
really,
why?
Well, what I heard is that he canceled all the press for the rest of the day. And he had a press conference scheduled and he canceled everything for the rest of the day. And I think it was because they were doing that thing in Iran where they were trying to get the general back or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Or
that's my assumption. But
because they shot down two planes. And then they couldn't find the guy.
Right.
And
they got the one guy and didn't get the other guy.
They found both of them?
Yes, they did.
My news source, Brad, it's unreliable. Unreliable narrator.
Brad.
I got to get the news somewhere else.
As opposed from your husband?
A ginger from Maine? I'm trusting that? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I heard the first one.
So that's
I think
good.
the first one, they got him back pretty quickly.
Okay.
The second one, it took a little time.
Do you feel like any lessons were learned with this experience?
For this government?
Yeah.
No.
You think that they were like, well, we got him back, so no reason to hold back now.
On the contrary, I feel like he's been toting how great it was. Yeah. Oh, we got him back. Yeah. Yay for us.
He had a press conference today where he said that he wants to run for the president of Venezuela himself.
I'm polling higher than anybody has ever polled in Venezuela. So after I'm finished with this, I can go to Venezuela. I will quickly learn Spanish. It won't take too long. I'm good at language. And I will go to Venezuela. I'm going to run for president.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. No, it was like an hour ago.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, this is why people are talking about the 25th Amendment. Everyone's talking about the 25th Amendment because this shit is... And they're trying to keep him away from journalists because the things he's saying are just absolutely crazy. And
what I love is I did Trump Venezuela, and the first thing that popped up is Fox News.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Fox News is saying, not that we should trust Fox News, but it's so egregious that even Fox News.
And the Post is reporting about how expensive gas prices are. Even conservatives are talking about the 25th Amendment. It's pretty bad right now. I think
Atlantic. Venezuela seems to be going, well.
But with the 25th Amendment, you can remove a president from office if they sort of become like the Mad King. And I think that's what people are talking about now because he was tweeting about Iran. He was like, Tuesday, we're going to blow up nuclear sites and all bridges if they don't open the Strait of Hormuz.
The thing about him is that he's so deeply unpresidential in the way that he behaves himself and the way that he speaks, because it wasn't just like, oh, we're going to go to Iran and blow this up. It was just like, we're going to fucking take them down. Like, it's this really, really...
It's giving nursing home.
Well,
it's giving hospice. It's giving the bed that kind of press the button and it kind of rises up to reach the keyboard.
It's just so embarrassing. I'm so fucking tired of this man.
I am a little bit invigorated as I watch these tweets go out because I think conservatives are really freaking out right now. Like it's less about me being tired of him and more about watching the rest of the GOP
lose their minds.
Really nervous because they're realizing their careers are over and that they have hitched their wagon to this person who is really mentally unstable.
He's absolutely fading for sure.
Really bad. Like we've got the paint over the bruised hand. We've got the weird rashes.
Right.
We really are weekends at Bernie quickly. We're getting there.
Yeah. He's like a marionette. Someone's got their hand up his ass.
Yeah. And I think that,
it's not a marionette. It's a puppet. Sorry.
Thank you.
Marionettes
Please put some
strings.
Please respect the puppeteering community. They're the most terrifying people. They think dolls are humans. They're making dolls look like humans. Melissa, can you please put I'm worried they're going to show up at the studio.
There was somebody who was a guest on a television show for kids. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the television show, but there's Sesame Street.
Oh, okay.
And they said that one of the things that like freaked them out as a person who had also grown up watching Sesame Street was seeing Big Bird in the corner, kind of like
a man,
no. Like there was nobody in it.
Oh,
so he was just kind of like, so he was just like, and how it like freaked them out because you grow up and Big Bird is like this real person, right? He's animated, and then all of a sudden he's not. He's a lump of feathers in the corner.
That would freak me out now.
Oh, it would freak me out completely.
Do you remember at Chuck E. Cheese when after the show was over, the animals would kind of like...
What's
Chuck E. Cheese. It was sort of these animatronic creatures.
Wasn't Chuck E. Cheese a place where little kids went?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they would have these animatronic creatures, rats. I think they were rats. And they would perform like a song and then the show would be over and the lights would go off, but you could still see them. And they would be like...
Like it's a Small World at Disney or wherever. It's like these weird kids. Like,
My friend just got back from Disney.
Did she have a good time?
With strep throat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are priced out the cost to go to Disney in Japan. They said it's cheaper to just fly to Japan and go to Disney than it is to go here. Yeah. I'm like, that actually sounds kind of great.
The whole thing is like Disney World and places like that are supposed to be geared towards families, right? And now it seems that this thing that you used to want to be able to do.
Well, billionaires have families.
Who cares about those?
They've got to go to Disney, Melissa. They need a break.
I guess.
Okay, we're so off topic with the 25th Amendment, but was there anything else we wanted to say before we moved on?
Let me ask you this. What do you think would need to happen besides the president dying, right?
So the tea was basically this one post on Truth Social is what sent the internet on tenterhooks because he was threatening nuclear sites on Truth Social.
Yes.
And experts are saying Iran has already lost their leader. They have no interest in negotiating with us. They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. Correct.
And so they're like, we're just going to close the strait. And like, you've already left many of our cities in shambles. Why would we reopen it?
Right.
They're just sort of, we're in a staring contest with a country that doesn't have eyelids. Like we're just kind of waiting for them to blink and they're not going to.
And they're not going to.
And so he gave this ultimatum on Tuesday in this really wild, unhinged way.
Right, yes.
And now everyone's like, well, okay, it's Tuesday o'clock, honey. What are we going to do on Wednesday?
Right.
Are we actually going to strike a nuclear site in Iran?
Right.
And so that's why everyone's getting really nervous and talking about the 25th. And so more and more congressmen and women are coming out against Trump and pressuring the cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment.
You think they're going to?
No.
Right.
But it's like putting them in a position where they have to say, no, we're not going to, and we're going to stand by this.
Yes.
Is like scoring points for next election.
I hear you. Again, I think what I'm worried about with anything like that is not just the act itself, but the chaos that will ensue afterwards, because there will be. Again, the people who love him will not buy this.
And I will never forget the peaceful nap I was taking on January 6th when I was woken up to like the Amber Alert on my phone about the insurrection, which of course everyone downplays now. Well, not everyone, conservatives downplay it now.
Right.
As a protest. But it was
very good people.
We were the government has fallen.
Oh,
like, should 100%,
we get on 100%.
Get on a train to Canada? Like, what do we do? Like, it was honestly,
I had meetings that afternoon
shelter
that
in
got
place.
Canceled.
Yeah.
Because people were like,
meetings got canceled.
Yeah.
I think a court adjourned. I don't think I had court
because
that
I think, the thing is, like, we couldn't believe what we were seeing.
Yes.
Right. And it was like, and so what I think is funny is, so obviously my family's from Haiti. A bunch of my cousins were like, that's a coup.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Haitians are acutely aware.
We know what a coup is. Yeah. That's a coup.
Oh, yeah. That's a coup. Yeah. And it was your family in Haiti who said that, right? They were like, how's the coup today? Yeah.
Welcome.
That's what that is. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was the image. Yeah.
That's so crazy. I mean, and the idea that they want us to believe that was a peaceful protest, that people broke into.
Isn't one of them like in a government position now? Like one of the guys, like the guy who had the horns was sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk. Like,
didn't he? Which one of them like took a shit someplace? Like, I mean, some people, I mean, it was just, and the idea that, this was nothing to see here.
Yeah.
They had a noose that's for Nancy Pelosi out in the yard.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, they really were like, they went with the intent to execute people.
Can you imagine what would have happened if they were able to get somebody?
Yeah.
And there's all these.
I had friends who were working in there that day. They were like snuck out through the back exit into cars and left. Yeah.
My favorite thing is to see like the Republican congressman like running.
Yeah, who was that?
I can't remember. There was like one. There's one especially who was like running, and I was just like, "Look at you."
Who was that guy?
I can't remember.
He's like a crazy transphobe.
Yeah.
Speaking of huge boobs.
Speaking of huge boobies, just titties. This Krisiti Noem, this could not have happened to a better bitch. What I love about this more than anything, the audacity of this woman to say, please give my family some privacy at this time. Go fuck yourself. This is the same. When I think of, but all seriousness, this woman,
I know,
has caused so much harm,
truly,
hurt, and humiliation.
And that's just her dog.
And you want privacy?
I know. The hypocrisy is staggering.
But it is mind blowing to me. And the other thing is like her husband with the pursed lips and like the giant titties.
I know, it's less about the cross-dressing for me and it's more about like the face, the mug.
Like what?
Yeah.
What?
So I was like so careful because of course it's going down and when it was happening in the moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And everyone on the internet is starting to lose their shit.
No, I loved it.
And I'm like, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, what if this is actually like a trans person's like foray into cross-dressing, right? Because this happens a lot. Like
her husband?
Yes. What if this is like the first entree into
I don't care.
Gender, like playing around with gender?
So here's the thing, right? If this was not Krisiti Noem's husband, then I could be much more supportive of it, right? I would be like, okay, and the only thing I will say is that let's say you are a woman who's married to a man and you don't know that that's happening.
Yes.
And for that to come out would be difficult, right? Very, very difficult. And I would be very empathetic for that person.
Yes.
Not Krisiti Noem. Not Krisiti Noem.
Any dunking on her, I'm here for.
And it's not because your husband is, I don't know, cross-dressing or transitioning. Yes. That's not the problem.
Yes.
You, Krisiti Noem, is the problem.
Yes. Do you
know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. I think
anything that causes her discomfort makes me happy.
Absolutely. I think I
don't care how that sounds either.
I
don't.
I don't either. No.
She's so awful and awful to other people, innocent people, that anything that causes her tremendous harm.
I was like, this man has directly benefited from this administration, from being married to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many choices being made here. I don't feel bad dunking on her.
Not at all. Not at all.
Someone said, puppy's so big, I'm surprised she didn't shoot them. That was the number one pinned comment on a video I saw. And I loved it because I actually was like, if we are looking at this as like a supportive gender, I'm like, we're not actually making fun of him cross-dressing. We're talking about how big the boobies are.
The boobies were big.
Someone said,
no more. I can't.
Did you see that Kash Patel's
his Pornhub?
His email got hacked. Oh, okay. I actually want to qualify the statement that his email got hacked.
Okay.
I think his password was probably like password 123.
Yeah, for sure.
And someone just guessed it. Like a 14-year-old guessed it.
I'm number one. Like,
like Cash won.
Yeah.
Like cash me outside. So
how about that?
So someone hacked his porn and we just moved right on because the booby photos dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone moved
Which
right on.
came first?
I think it was the porn.
Oh, I thought it was the boobies. Well,
I don't know.
I heard about the boobies before I heard about the porn.
This is the stupidest conversation I've ever been a part of.
But you know what, though?
It's literally federal employees.
It is the stupidest conversation but we're living in the most,
I know.
in like stupid times.
It's
like
the perfect time to start a political podcast. We should do that.
We should.
It's such a good idea. There's so much to talk about.
You know what, though? There's a lot to talk about, but like, how do we fix this? This is so bad.
Do you remember when Veep did its final season? Did you watch Veep?
I did not watch Veep.
Okay. In Veep, Julia Louis-Dreyfus in her like Emmy speech, she was like, it's becoming increasingly difficult to create a political parody right now.
Yeah.
So she was like, so this is our last season.
Yeah. No.
Because we honestly can't parodize what's happening anymore.
Because the thing is, every time I hear about something that Trump said and it comes across my social media, there's a part of me that is just like, he couldn't have said that. And then I go and I look for it.
And you've got to Google.
And there it is. And I'm just, I don't know, but I'm just constantly horrified. But then I'm annoyed at myself for being surprised because you should know better.
Yeah. I found lately, like, so I do my little diva videos.
Divas.
And I've started to really fact check what I put in there because I've noticed, I read a study that like 30% of Gen Z gets their news from people like me who are just like posting on the internet. And I never thought about it with like that much responsibility. Like I really am saying diva.
Right.
And just like being an
saying
idiot.
whatever. Yeah.
Like when it's truly as I'm like on my way to work. So I started to be like, oh, wait, I've got to really fact check what I put in the divas. So I was doing a lot of Googling before I say diva because I don't want to spread misinformation. And sometimes I am wrong and I do have to take it down. Yeah. Have you ever had to do that?
I don't post like you post.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not chronically online like me.
No, I'm chronically online. I'm just not chronically posting. Do you see?
That's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah. Everyone talks about that. Do you have like mental illness around social media? Because I have the opposite. It gives me life. Oh. People talk about like depression and anxiety.
No, I don't feel depression or anxiety.
But we also got there
as adults.
As like
fully formed
adults.
brain. Yes.
Yeah. Like
correct.
I was doing crossword puzzles up until 2001 for entertainment. It was
for
Game
sure.
Boy.
Yeah.
It was like there was nothing else to do.
I'm so glad that I did not grow up in a time where I was on social media as a young person.
Oh.
The stupid shit that I did.
We would have been canceled.
No, I don't know that it would have been canceled so much as just my personal foolishness just out in the ether for all to see forever and ever.
I would have loved to see that.
Do you know what I mean?
I would pay money to access that.
I was fucking messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, stop saying it like that.
Yeah,
but I'm just really glad that.
Tell him.
So messy. So messy. I think I've told you, like my mom. No, she's been listening and she was like, wow, Misa. You told us a lot of lies. She did. She was like, you lied to us a lot. And the thing is, my comeback to that is, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because They wouldn't let me do anything.
Yes.
So if they had not been like that, then I wouldn't have needed to
the
lie.
raptors are testing the cages. It's Jurassic Park.
But she's just like disgusted.
Disgusted by
Yeah,
you.
I told you, she's always saying that we lost money.
So much. We lost money.
Yeah. Oh, I've told you that.
Yes.
Oh, we lost. The ROI is not.
The ROI on Melissa
is not what they hoped it would be.
Immigrant parents are so savage sometimes.
And you know what's really funny about that is, I'm okay. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I would say half my job is managing immigrant parents because my client is their child.
And I bet you they want you to tell them all the things.
Oh, yes.
And they don't understand that.
I don't work for them.
Right. You work for the kid.
I don't represent you.
Yes.
And I don't have to tell you anything.
Even if they're paying you.
Oh, yeah. No.
And they don't understand that.
Nope.
When I first started college, my dad was just like, how come we don't get like a report card?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you don't get it. So I get it.
I'm an adult now, Dad. Yeah.
Well, right. And he was just like, what? And then he was like, show it to me. And I was just like, But yeah.
You wanted to talk about Pam Bondi, right?
I did.
Do you have a message for Miss Bondi? Say it straight to camera. Viewer at home.
Hey, Pammy. How you doing, sweetie pie? How does it feel?
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
Melissa, you're talking as if you were recently fired from the administration.
No, I'm just curious, Pammy. How you doing? How do you feel? How are you filling your days?
Probably reading stories of victims in the Epstein files.
Probably not. Again, I think what I find so fascinating, what I love is that everyone thinks, no one believes that they're going to be the one that he throws under the bus.
Sure.
Even though we have seen him repeatedly.
Oh, backed up the bus, bumped.
Just constantly. Just
ran them over again.
Using folks as speed bumps, just constantly. Yes. And they're always, the president loves me. He's not going to be me.
Sorry, I keep bringing it back to the 20th Amendment. Scaramucci tweeted today.
Oh, he's still...
he tweeted today and he was like, we really need to invoke the 25th Amendment. There's another one who got fired. But yeah, Pam Bondi, how does it feel to get fired for mishandling the investigation of the person who fired you? Like, that is actually wild.
You can't even... It's so stupid. It is so profoundly dumb, right? That... sometimes I'm just watching the news and that's why I turn it off sometimes. I'm like,
yes.
I'm not getting better for watching this. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like I'm living in this really weird parallel universe. We're living in the upside down.
Yeah, like I almost feel like Pam Bondi wasn't fired for mishandling the Epstein files. I feel like she was fired because she like left the stove on in the office. Like, you know what I mean? Like she didn't like refill the coffee filters and they were like, Trump was like, I'm so sick of this.
I'm done with you.
There are no straws. And they fired her for that. Like, I feel like it wasn't even directly related to the congressional.
It's not because of her actual work. He's like got tired of her shit.
It wasn't even the congressional hearing.
I'm just tired of you, Pam.
Or it was the congressional hearing, but it was like something she said. She wasn't nice enough to him. She didn't like compliment his outfit that day. Like on her way to the hearing. It wasn't the actual content of the hearing.
This is totally random, having nothing to do about anything.
Sure.
But this is what I wanted to say to you. So I know that you're not a big sporting person, nor am I.
Yeah.
But
except for Wrestling with Love on TikTok.
Which I can't wait to see. But the World Cup is coming up, and this week all the countries came out with their songs, right?
Oh,
so each country has a theme song, right?
Okay.
So Brazil's came out, and it's fucking hot.
It's a banger.
France came out, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Portugal, hot.
Oh no.
The United States of America.
No.
It is.
Was it like the Wiggles?
It's almost. Do you know that song? And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's giving that.
It's giving like Chris Rock RFK workout video.
Not Chris Rock, Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. Oh my God.
It is so bad.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm just embarrassed for us.
I mean, yeah.
And it's floating around and people are just like, what?
Do you watch Eurovision? Did you ever do that?
I have seen a couple of things.
They play it at the gay bars like it's a Madonna music video.
Oh, really?
And it's on every screen and I'm like, who is that? And it's like
somebody from
someone
from
like
Belgium.
Step touching from Belarus.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this?
That's all. It came across my feed and I was like listening to all the songs and I was just like, oh, that's hot. That's hot.
And you're like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, I wonder, I meant to see who they could have gotten anybody to do something really good. It could have been Gaga. It could have been Cardi B, but they got like basically, what's his name? Lee Greenwald or whoever it is, the guy who did the American song.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's like somebody took a glass of skim milk and added water to it.
No.
Like it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Watered down country music can be the worst.
I mean, it's so, oh God. Anyway, the 25th Amendment.
That's how we get him out of office.
That's how we get him out of office. This is the worst fucking FIFA song ever.
This is under oath. I want to do a deep dive into this case that I've been following. It's actually all over my feed.
Okay.
There is this crazy trial in Hawaii right now. It's a murder trial. You hear about this?
Yes.
I'm so excited to talk about it. The testimony is unbelievable. It's so obvious this man is guilty.
Okay.
And the wife is beautiful, incredible, a brilliant nurse.
She seems, I mean, it doesn't matter, but go ahead.
She seems so awesome.
Uh-huh.
And as a defense attorney watching this, I'm like, how did this fucking get to trial? Just to give you like a background on the case, Ariel Konig and Gerhard Konig is the defendant, and Ariel is the victim. So he allegedly, he's on trial for attempted murder, and he's looking at a potential life sentence. So they were
hiking, right?
Yes. So the background is that he found a bunch of texts on her phone with another man.
Oh, okay.
Then a couple days later was like, let's go hiking for your birthday. After they got in this huge fight. While they're hiking.
And she went.
She went. Which is, we've all been there.
Okay, fine.
I've got,
amateur hour though.
I've gone to some weird concerts with guys I had crushes on. What if you've done weird things with the guy you like? We're going to move on. And so they go to this hiking trail in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And according to her testimony, which because this is ongoing, this is currently in the court in Oahu. He hit her with a rock.
Right. And he tried to push her
off a cliff.
Right.
And then when she didn't go off the cliff, he took out a syringe because he's an anesthesiologist.
I didn't know about that part.
And tried to inject her with something.
Okay.
And they were fighting. They fought for like a while on this remote cliff in Hawaii. I mean, it really does sound like
a battle to almost to death, right?
The White Lotus Hotel. Yeah. And these two other hikers, nurses, heard her screaming because she was just screaming at the top of her lungs. He's like attacking her, hand over the mouth, like all that, and came running. And he like kind of like got off her and scampered, fled. I can't believe I just said scampering.
It happens. It's a scamper.
It was a scam. Can't take anything serious on this show. This is not. This is hard news.
I mean. Okay, he didn't scamper. He ran briskly.
This little scampered away.
I mean, he didn't meander away.
No, he definitely didn't.
He didn't stroll away.
So he panicked, FaceTimed his son, who's like a teenager.
Oh my God.
And I want to say 14, 15, maybe 17, teenager, because I honestly don't know. But I know he's like adultish.
Anyway.
It's not boyhood, but it's not...
Not yet a man.
Not a girl. Not yet a woman. That's who should have done the song.
I'm not a boy.
We should have had Britney Spears twirling with knives.
Yo.
Like in her videos.
Did you see that she got arrested?
Yeah, we can.
Sorry, go ahead.
You can't keep a bad bitch down.
No.
You can't keep her down.
No, but I've been worried about her. My friend.
I'm not.
My friend keeps sending me.
She's thriving.
My friend keeps sending me the videos of her like dancing in her house.
With knives. She's holding knives in some of them.
But like she always looks like really unkempt, like greasy hair. Like it's so...
If you're a Britney Spears impersonator, I want to hire you to twirl at my birthday party with knives because I think that actually would be like the best Britney impersonator to hire.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
And
back to this guy who
this woman's trauma.
Yes.
Sorry, back to this trauma.
Back to that.
He scampered away and FaceTimed his teenage son. and said that he tried to kill her. He admitted to his son.
That he tried to kill his mother.
Yes.
Nice.
According to the son's testimony.
Sure,
so he's on the
sure.
stand. He's got his son. He's got to testify against his dad.
Horrible.
That's truly some White Lotus shit.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Konig, Gerhard Konig, I'm not saying like we should judge people based off their names.
But if we were to.
But that's a fucking murderer's name. I'm sorry. Gerhard Konig.
Yeah. I mean, it's giving.
It's giving I did it.
Well.
It's giving guilty.
Like historical did it.
Yeah, historically.
We're going to get in so much trouble.
The network's going to email me. But no, you're right. Like, yeah, if there's a lineup and it's Smith, Gerhard Konig, I'm like.
Gerhard?
I don't know. There's some shit there.
Yeah. So anyway.
There's history there.
So the son had to testify against his dad.
And so Gerhard.
Yeah.
Testified the next day.
Okay.
And was like, my son misunderstood me. That's a very dad thing to say. That's such a dad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he didn't understand.
So what did the dad say he actually meant?
He was like, oh no, we got in like a fight. There was an altercation. So the dad's testimony, Gerhard's testimony, is that she attacked him and that they got into this fight and that everything was self-defense. Okay.
The needle?
And so the needle, no one can really corroborate. It's only her testimony.
Okay, we didn't find the needle.
I think that's why this went to trial and wasn't pled out. It's because it really is like dangling off a cliff. He said, she said.
Okay.
On a lot of fronts, except for this FaceTime call and the fact that the hikers heard her screaming.
Yeah.
So those are like the evidence where everyone's like, oh, Gerhard did it. And the name Gerhard. And so
that's really what it is.
In his testimony on Wednesday, Gerhard Konig denied having had a syringe with him.
Okay.
And he denied telling his son during the video call that he tried to kill Ariel. Emil, the son, is 19. Okay, so definitely not a girl, not yet a woman.
Right.
Testified Tuesday that his father had said he tried to kill her. The son, Emil, is living with mom in Hawaii now.
Okay.
Like he is no longer affiliated with dad.
Okay.
He broke his record deal. He is living full time with mom.
Okay.
And so Gerhard testified yesterday that Ariel tried to push him from a trail after they had the argument about the emotional affair over text message.
Okay. When is this coming to a resolution?
They're supposed to deliberate this week.
Okay.
So we're going into deliberations probably by the time this episode airs, we might have a verdict.
Worst case scenario for Gerhard is that he does go to prison forever, for life.
Yeah.
What is the best case scenario for him? Could he get off scot-free?
Yeah.
He could.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if double jeopardy binds when the jury is seated after voir dire. And that is when double jeopardy sort of like is linked to the defendant. So it can't be tried again. And whatever happens, whatever that verdict is binding, and he could walk away from this.
He could walk away.
Yeah, if they find that there wasn't enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yikes.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
So a defense attorney I definitely advise my clients don't testify because it can go so many ways and you've got a room full of people judging you and every word you say. And if you say one wrong thing, you're toast. So that attorney definitely, we don't know what their private conversations are like, but I would imagine he advised him, don't testify. But defense attorneys can't keep victims or witnesses from testifying. I mean, that's the prosecutor's whole case, unless what they can do is try and impeach their character on cross-examination. So that's sort of how you would undercut the wife's testimony. But she said that she scooted towards the hikers on the trail and told them he was trying to kill her, was what she said.
She's not a nurse.
She's not?
She's a nuclear engineer.
Oh, the nurses found her. She's not a nurse. She's an engineer. Okay.
So is he accusing her of anything?
So basically, they would have to lose the trial, and then she could, I guess, face charges of attempted murder, but her entire defense will be, you already tried this case on a different defendant and it didn't work. So it wouldn't be a very strong case, and she would have a strong defense. If it came down to he said, she said, her entire defense could just be the outcome of this other trial. Like, that's pretty prejudicial. Okay. And so there are some really gruesome photos of her injuries. She's got like a huge cut on her head. And he said that he hit her in the head with a rock in self-defense.
Multiple times?
Multiple times. And she's really little. She's really tiny. And he's like kind of, I mean, he's not huge, but he's a strong man. So the notion of that happening and that he would really need a rock to push her off of him and like hit her in the head. I don't know. Wow. It doesn't seem.
I'm looking at some pictures.
Uh-oh.
Some of the pictures are blurred out. They don't want people to see.
They're actually really garish.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're going to see what happens with this trial in a couple days. Maybe we'll have an outcome next week. We could talk about the verdict.
Yeah.
Because I love when they interview the jurors after and they talk about what went up, because there's always some shit happening in the jury room. There's always something interesting.
You know what I always wonder about things like this is like how most people who get married, you get married because you love each other, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be together.
How do we get to a place where we're dangling off a cliff?
Right.
Beating each other with rocks.
Correct.
And syringes.
I mean, and I understand people get divorced all the time and all this, but like what, and that part is not it, the divorce part. It's the violence, right? Especially if you've been in a relationship where there has not been violence. Yeah. Right. And then all of a sudden there is.
So I think I've seen this happen with some of my clients and people I know. Violence isn't always physical.
Right.
So I've seen a lot of, and also in this case, there were accounts of emotional violence, of like really narcissistic behavior on his part, where he felt very controlling over her. And it wasn't necessarily fisticuffs.
Right.
But it was tantamount to emotional mental, psychological abuse.
Okay.
So this was really an escalation, but this happens all the time, right?
No, I know it happens all the time.
Every single thing, everything but the happening in the relationship. And then it's like, no one knew. How could we possibly know that he was going to blow up like this? But it was this one little thing. It was like a powder cake.
Yeah. Do you remember a few episodes back, we were talking about, I had said that every woman has a man who, right. And I do think like there have been times where you're so angry that you don't know, there's no outlet for the anger. And the first thing that you want to do is to like, do something to that person. And it's only your own self-control.
Yes.
Like the voice in your head that says you need to calm down immediately, that allows you to not go there. You know what I mean?
The thing I'm learning is that people are fucking crazy. People are really crazy. Yeah. There are a lot of crazy people in the world.
I think just generally we are not okay.
Yeah.
People are kicking people on the subway. Yeah. People are like,
We're not okay.
Nope.
And so they're really like my advice, I guess, and this is we're getting into advice tells from the DMs a little bit, is if you're even a little bit concerned, it's important that you take steps to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And like get into a safer situation. Very blanket advice here.
Yeah.
But because so many people are not okay, you don't know if you're living with one of them sometimes. Because sometimes when I've been not okay, I didn't know I was not okay. Not that I was violent, but I've had times in my life where I was experiencing such mental distress. I didn't realize I was basically in a state of like manic psychosis. And I just didn't realize. I thought I had a lot of energy.
Gotcha.
I thought I was drinking too much coffee.
Which she does, but yes.
Right. Seeing double vision and flying down the highway.
It is really interesting when you find, because I have found myself there, right? Angrier than I've ever been.
Yeah.
And it's almost scary.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
I didn't know this was
I did not know that I was capable of feeling this way.
And I don't trust anyone more than I trust myself. So to imagine that someone else in my life could be on the brink like that and I don't know, and that they could snap, that makes me nervous. That's why I'm like, anytime anyone of my friends or clients is talking to me about a maybe, or they're concerned about a something, I'm always like, okay, here are like the 3 contingencies we have on the table right now, you know?
Yeah. Regardless, the son, this 19-year-old young man who has now been put in a position to go to trial and testify against his father, because his father allegedly tried to kill his mother. I can't even imagine what that must be like for this kid.
And now he's on the stand. Now he's on TV. Mm-hmm. Every news.
Everyone's going to know that he had to do this thing. And yeah, it's like when you see these shows, like Dateline shows, where somebody realizes that, you know, their mother killed their father, and it's like such a shock to them. And I can't, you know, and you're in this place of like, I still love this person, but they've done this thing.
I know.
And
it's really hard.
It must be impossible. It must feel impossible.
Okay, let's take a break.
Okay.
And we'll get into the DMs. Let's talk about questions people are sending us.
We will.
All right, let's get into Tales from the DMs. These are the weirdest things y'all have sent me. Everything but the nudes.
Friends, what do I always say? While Michael is a lawyer, he's not your lawyer, so you should probably get your own. Sorry.
Okay, we've got some reviews.
So this is from our Afroman episode, and somebody emailed in and said, I usually enjoy your show.
Oh,
yikes. Usually. But if you think the cities in PA can be conflated with the woman being interviewed in Dauphin County. Oh, now I understand.
Oh, no, that woman I said she could beat us with the sack of batteries.
You are sadly mistaken. Do you even look at maps? Okay.
Oh my, who picked this review, CJ? You're supposed to shelter the talent.
Just coming for the edges.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we've got the Allegheny Butcher in the fucking comments. It's Mayor of Easttown with a Glock.
I mean, I don't know enough about Dauphin County to really
I don't know enough about Pennsylvania. And this is fucking, how dare you, CJ? These are supposed to be handpicked, just the nice reviews for our fragile egos. We are hired talent. This is not, I mean, I cannot handle the criticism.
No, I'm fine. I think the thing is that we don't know enough about Dauphin County to be like,
Yeah. How am I supposed to know?
I don't know. I'm just a girl from Queens.
I don't know. The nuances of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
No, I think what they're saying is that I was probably, which I do this all the time, I was making blanket statements about an entire state.
Okay.
Which is, I'm sure there is much nuance there. I'm sure Dauphin County. Of course. But it's like if someone said to you, Mélissa.
What?
You talk like a girl from the Bronx or something like that.
I'm not from the Bronx. I'm from Queens.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with the Bronx if you're from the Bronx, but I'm not.
So I think that's what she's saying is we probably were making blanket statements about cities in Pennsylvania and comparing them to what was a very rural area.
Were we supposed to know that this woman was from Dauphin County?
I don't know. It was probably something that came up anecdotally. And this is where we have producers on this show who are supposed to be doing this.
It was the woman at the gas pump. And you said,
I know.
We know, CJ.
We know.
She's either from Philly or Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna beat CJ with a sock full of batteries. This is unbelievable. Oh my God.
Okay, listen. I guess we're sorry. I'm not sure what they want us to say. You know what, do you even look at a map? Youch. My God.
I look at a map. Obviously, the blue part is the land. Okay. This is from Jacqueline with a K, 13, from the Afroman episode. You guys, Afroman, for some reason, I didn't register that he was a guest on this show until you started introducing him. I'm not even high, I swear. Same user wants to have Alyssa on the podcast. That's if we can ever track her down.
I know. Alyssa, where are you?
Also, seriously, she needs to take care of her head. I'm someone who's had multiple concussions.
What is happening?
Why are the viewers of this show concussed people from Pennsylvania who hate us?
We're going to get into so much trouble.
Oh my God. Okay. From Afroman episode, my husband always wanted a dog, and I told him once our oldest cat passed away, he could. Plot twist, he died, and then the cat died, so I guess I'll never have to have a dog.
Oh, Sheila.
Your husband died?
I think that's what she meant. When I read that, I was trying to figure it out, and I think that's what she means. Sorry for your loss, Sheila. I'm not really sure how to react to this one.
I think she wants us to have fun.
Okay. Plot twist, he died, and then the cat died.
Plot twist, my husband died. So this is concussed people from Pennsylvania who are widows. Concussed widows.
From Pennsylvania.
This is the fans of our show. And I love it. I love it. You know what, Sheila? Get it, girl. And get that cat, get that dog, live your truth. Because if my husband if Brad kicked the bucket, which we all know I'm probably going to go first, just based off 40 miles of rough highway leading up to this day and his perfect, pristine record in life. If he, for some reason, goes first, I'm getting like a bunch of cats, a bunch of dogs. He doesn't want cats.
Do you want a cat?
I love cats.
Do you?
I
thought you were more of a dog person.
I am, but I also love cats.
Yeah.
Brad's just dogs.
Just dogs.
And if you ever meet him, please say something.
Oh, Brad, I didn't know this about you, Brad. What's your problem with cats?
He likes cats. He just doesn't want one.
Okay.
And I'm like, they're so weird.
Cats are great.
So good for you, Sheila. You get it, girl. You live your truth.
Arthur Weasley met my nephew this weekend, and it was a love at first sight. Meanwhile, his cat runs away from him.
Oh, really? I think he's got to come live with Tati Missa.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know.
Even though I called Melissa. Melissa was babysitting her nephew. I called her the day the nephew left.
was wrung through.
I thought you had COVID.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, we're going to have to cancel the recording.
I mean, I was talking to some other people with kids. I was like, I didn't take a shower all day because I couldn't figure out that when I had time. This is another one from the Afro Men episode. I rarely comment, but my goodness, that interview with Afro Men literally made my day. Maybe even my week. LOL. Anyways, been with you guys since your first episode and it keeps getting better and better. Looking forward to more. Thanks, Brienne. Appreciate you.
I love that.
I love Brienne.
Okay, so we've got a question from Tish. Questions from the DM emailed to us. Hello, first of all, thank you both for drawing attention to the current events while also bringing entertainment and hope. We all need it right now. I know I need some days. I saw a YouTube post about detainees in Dilley Detention Center having to pay $39 for a bottle of drinking water.
Is that for real?
That is real.
Okay.
It's $40 for a bottle of water.
Why is that okay?
It's not okay.
Well, obviously it is if they're doing it. Why are they able to do that?
Because they're saying that you need to have a doctor's note.
To have water?
Yes. But they're denying access to see the doctor. So then they're charging you $39 for a bottle of water. People are literally dying in these detention centers. Like it's actually concentration camps. And I held off a really long time using that word because I was like, that word has a lot of connotation about a lot of historical events.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to use it until we were in a place. It's that time. It's like how they didn't want to use shelter in place until it was like a true emergency. Now we can actually use the word concentration camp. Yeah, no, it's actually crazy. So this person wants to know if we can donate to detainees. You absolutely can.
Okay.
So there's a really cool nonprofit that I do work with called Girasol. It's linked in my link tree if you want to check it out.
And we'll put it in the show notes.
And they do a lot of like social work as well as legal work. So for example, detainees, if I get them bonded out, they literally just like open the door to the detention center in rural Georgia. And it's like, good luck, kid. Like you're on your own and there's like no bus stop. There's no bus ticket. You don't have a phone. You don't have your wallet. You don't have anything. Sometimes you're mentally disabled. Sometimes you're physically disabled. Like, and that nonprofit will work with different organizations in the area or send someone to literally like usher the person home. I have clients who were picked up in a major city in New York. They're now detained in Arizona. Like ICE just like shipped them. So they don't know anyone. They have no access.
They have no way to get home. Right.
So these nonprofits like Girasol have funds just for purposes, just for that.
I read about a story about a man like that who was detained and he got released like almost in the middle of nowhere. And they sort of opened the door and like booted him out.
Yeah.
And there are some volunteers.
I say half of my clients right now are in a detention center in a place they have never been to before. They're all from somewhere else.
I mean, yes, that's terrible, right? But for me, what the worst thing about that is when they decide to let those people out, you've transported them someplace and now they have no money, no access. So you've let them out and you're like you said, good luck.
Literally, yeah. It's like you're on your own.
That's criminal.
We are going to be sued and there will be indictments.
I hope so.
There's going to be so much accountability.
I really, and
it's unbelievable. And even from, let alone justice and wanting to make sure that the right thing is done, a private civil lawyer is going to make so much money in just fees alone suing the government in the future on behalf of these people, class action lawsuits. Just from that perspective alone, someone is going to make so much money off of that. Yeah. So it's going to come. If there's money tied to it, there's going to be, it's going to come.
I need to see people in handcuffs. I really do. I need to see mugshots. I need to see.
Wake me up for that. Wake me up for that. Okay. I'm going to call me at 5 a.m. for that.
Okay.
All right. That's Tales from the DMs. Be sure to send us your messages. You can record a voice note through my link tree. It's called SpeakPipe. Just click on that and you can leave your voicemail or play your voice on the show. Or you can email us at briefrecess@exactlyrightmedia.com and tell us about how we have said awful things about your hometown. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in court.
Not me.
You're always opting out. I'm going to subpoena you.
Do you want me to come?
Oh my God, that'd be so fun.
Do you want me to be your paralegal?